Moyo tribe, complexity is a poison. Simplicity is the antidote. How do we apply the antidote? I've already addressed step one. Recognize the sensation that complexity causes. Step two, understand what's causing the complexity. What's the issue? Step three, evaluate the opportunity cost. Now let me give you an example on this. Every action that we do, every task that we perform, there is a cost. And when we try to multitask, there's a cost on each of those tasks. So let's take the example of the car pulling out. What's my cost if I try to increase the complexity and get out quicker? Well, one thing that could happen is I could spill all the food in the floor. Another thing that could happen is I could lose control with one hand on the wheel and veer off onto the curb and run up onto the curb and hit something on the curb. Number three, I could misjudge the car coming because I'm trying to steer and hold the food and all at the same time and pull out in front of a car that then runs into me. Whereas if I don't do any of those and I diminish the complexity, what's the cost? 20 seconds, 30 seconds. But the problem with a decision like that, it all happens so quickly. You don't have time to think of all the opportunity costs in that. But if you're recognizing, if you're in the mindset to recognize complexity and what it does, your actions will happen immediately and you'll work to simplify the situation. But it's different in our lives, our family lives, our work lives. What about the example I gave yesterday at work? What if I look at the opportunity cost there? If I'm trying to read an MRI, answer a message, and look at a patient's chart all at the same time, what could happen? Opportunity cost. I could miss the diagnosis. I could completely confuse one patient with another. I could completely misjudge the amount of symptoms. There's huge opportunity costs. Whereas if I break it down into simpler parts, what's my opportunity cost? A few minutes. See, the problem is we get this mindset of we have to go faster and faster and faster. And that increases the complexity. And when we increase the complexity, in many cases, we increase the opportunity cost. And it doesn't balance the benefit of the complexity. So step three, in your actions, at home, at work, in your life, evaluate the opportunity cost. When you feel that nagging feeling that complexity is causing an issue, and you evaluate the scenario and see what's causing the complexity, look at the opportunity cost. Should I continue doing things in this manner? Or does the cost outweigh the benefit? As a result of doing these things in my life now, it's automatic. I don't try to do 3 things at work at once because I've evaluated the potential opportunity cost, and it's an automatic for me to break those down into 3 parts that I can apply significant concentration and time to. And that's how you apply the antidote. Step 3. Never forget, complexity is a poison. Simplicity is the antidote. Work every day at being able to automatically apply the antidote in your life. Moyo, everywhere we go.